Hi kindergarten friends, how are you? I'm here to read a story to you today. I'm not going to tell you which story it is yet. I'm going to give you some hints and see if you can guess it. So this story has 4 buttons in it. It has some singing in it, and it has a really cool cat in it. Can you guess what it is? You're right, it's Pete the cat and his 4 groovy buttons. This is by Eric Litwin. Pete the cat and his 4 groovy buttons. So if you want to join me and grab 4 buttons or 4 anything, it could be 4 Lego, it could be 4 pieces of paper. You maybe want to draw buttons and cut them out. Just 4 of something so you can count along with me in the story, okay? So here we go. Pete the cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with his 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much that he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, one of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? How many? 3. So you should have 3 buttons in your pile. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. I want you to say that part with me. When I say, did Pete cry? You're going to say, goodness, no. Let's try it. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? You said 2, you're right. Did Pete cry? You're supposed to say, goodness, no. Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. That's what you're supposed to say really loud when I say that. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no, the last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? What number is this? 0. Did Pete cry? This is your part. Goodness, no. You say, goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt. And what do you think he saw? What do you think he saw? Maybe, I don't know. Let's read. His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? That's right. Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. Thank you so much for joining me for story time today. I would like you to go get a piece of paper or go get your journal and draw a picture of Pete with his 4 buttons. Or maybe you're going to draw a picture of you with wearing a shirt with 4 buttons and make your buttons fancy. Make them groovy like this story says. Maybe you want to have polka dots, maybe you want to have zigzags, maybe you want to make it into a rainbow button, maybe you want to make a wild shape. That's up to you. Draw your picture Send me a video or a picture of it. Maybe you can even send me a video of you singing this song. I hope to hear from you soon. Have a good day.